we're going to talk about the interrelationship diagraph today, also known as interrelationship diagram. One of my colleagues, Sandra, came up with a problem that has been identified in the world of the PMI, which is, in the PMBOK guide, the definitions in the body of the PMBOK don't match the glossary. And the terms in the glossary, as I've identified, some of those terms are different in other standards, and in those other standards, some of those terms don't match the PMI lexicon of terms, but they all should eventually. But let's take a look at how to build one of these interrelationship diagraphs, just taking something as basic as that. An interrelationship diagraph is used typically after generating an affinity diagram or fishbone diagram, which we also call cause and effect diagram, and it's used to show the interrelationships between causes and effects in a particular circumstance. It could also be used to explore the relations of ideas. So right now we're going to take a look at this problem which we have, which is that the terms in PMI world don't match exactly. Okay, so that's the first problem statement there, or the main problem statement. The terms in the world of the PMI do not match. Now what we'll do, we can draw a circle or a box around that. But what we do from here is we begin to identify why don't the terms match and what is actually leading to that. So I could say, well, first of all, we've got time, the time factor, and I could be more explicit, but for the sake of space on this card here, I'm going to make it very brief. So we've got the time issue. We're trying to beat the time or schedule issues, trying to get the publication in quickly so we don't spend enough time reading across all the standards. What is another reason why this could happen? Well, I could say that there are errors in proofreading. Maybe we're not proofreading properly. So I could say errors in proofreading. Okay, draw a circle around that. So now you've got the effect and you've got two causes, right? Time constraints could also lead to errors in proofreading. So I could actually draw an arrow down like that, showing that there's a relationship between that cause and that effect, leading to that effect, or this on its own just leading to that. I could also say that errors in proofreading are due to inexperienced proofreaders. Am I saying that we don't have experienced proofreaders? That's not what I said. I'm just giving you some ideas. After all, lots of other professionals, in addition to volunteers like me, are meant to have gone through it and put in their 2 cents. So these are just postulations of mine for the purpose of this illustration of the interrelationship diagraph. What else? Maybe we've got a flawed process. Flawed process in our updating. So you get the picture here. You can see all of these effects. The process could be flawed because we've got people that are not experienced about making such changes across a large array of publications. I'm not saying that's the case again. I'm just saying it's for the purpose of the illustration. Okay? We could also say that the effect of this, the terms being out of whack, could be confusion. Student confusion. So students are reading and they're confused. And ultimately that could lead, if you want failure to understand. In detail. And put bubble around that. And that's pretty much it. Cause and effect relationships in a non-linear fashion. You could go on and on and on like this for ages. All right? I hope you understood. Take care. Speak to you soon.